Alright, got my face in there. Just to start the stream, it caught me off guard. I was probably looked shocked. Welcome everybody. This is Zenith Online Racing. It's round 19. This is tier 1. It is absolutely pissing rain here in the United States of America. I'm Arbiga. Alongside me tonight, once again, Mr. Puff Digital. How are we doing tonight?
Good. Shocked to see so much rain, I'm not going to lie, but a lot of cars getting out on track kind of leads me to believe it's maybe not going to dry up by the end of quali, so...
Yeah, full wets too, so that's a sign that it is really coming down here. Let's find somebody on track. Who is at the front here? Looks like our
Packer.
good old friend Packer.
As usual, I would say.
Yeah, even in the wet weather, gets himself out there quickly, so... Let's get an eye on the championship leader who can lock it up tonight, according to his mathematics, not mine. If he gets 12 points on Camden, tonight, he will win the Tier 1 championship mathematically. It looks like it's pretty much in the bag regardless, but let's see what he can do. Let's jump on board for the first lap of the very wet qualifying for the American Grand Prix here. Packer.
Yeah, everything's going to be quite a bit different. You can see a bit of a racing line, but I mean, off that racing line, it's just puddles of water, a bit of a lockup into turn 1. We'll see how he's able to navigate through the S's here, and you can see obviously quite gingerly, but looking pretty solid. I mean, he's hitting the apexes, and as always, with a wet lap, run is always just going to be trying to find the limits rather than pushing full out. And confidence will tend to build as the session goes on, but I will say, I mean, he's being tentative. He's making sure he's hitting his apexes quite nicely. Pretty clean so far. Obviously now on the back straight, all the way in 8th gear. Really heavy braking zone, probably the best overtaking spot, and a big lockup, but again, looks pretty in control of the car. Short shifting there, just a little bit of extra traction.
Tentative there.
Yeah. Does get on the apex nicely. This turn here is going to be very tricky, usually flat out.
Oh, yeah, you just see the car
Not
wanting.
a chance in these conditions here. In this corner, the penultimate corner, very easy to invalidate. We'll see if he runs wide. Oh, he keeps it in between the lines there. Well done. One last corner. Let's straighten it out and up through the gears at 148.3. I honestly have no reference of what a good time is in these conditions. I would assume that's solid, but really no idea.
Doth about to start his hot lap. This is his home Grand Prix. He just went wide. I know it does count. Okay, so let's ride on board with Doth Valhoist here. We'll take the junk off the screen. Nicer to see in the wet qualifying.
You see him there extending onto the curb before corner entry, trying to change the corner angle, and you see him there trying to get a bit on the throttle, and Fish, who is now promoted to a full-time doc, is struggling here to find the limits of the car in these conditions, but Fish, who is now a full-time driver in the Racing Point with a 47.2, so more than a second quicker than what Packer was able to do. T-Money with a 48.6, so really solid from him, just a few tenths off Packer. And Doth still going here, but again, really wide there, and he's abandoned this to let Ryan through, but Ryan is on a in-lap, so Doth didn't necessarily need to do that. Is here coming around the final two corners. Got pole position here last year. I'm sure if I didn't bring it up, he would have mentioned it somewhere. Big lockup in the last corner. Yeah, sort of a home race. He was here in person back when that was a thing. Down in 9th though with his first run here off 50.8. So obviously need to improve quite a bit there. Packer's done another run, 47.4, getting closer, but still two and a bit tenths off of Fish there.
Matthew Dernier on a run here.
Yeah, let's go on board with Dernier here, coming into the what is normally the DRS straight. Obviously, DRS disabled in these conditions.
Doesn't have the battery turned up though, so.
I think he does. I think he's turning it down on
off,
corners. Yeah, to
I just noticed that. Yeah.
get traction, but maybe he has abandoned this one. Fish improves again a few tenths there, 46.9. So the only one in the 46s at the moment, and there's only one driver in the 47. So I believe it was Russia. His first qualifying here with us was also in the wet, and he put in a really solid performance there. So showing he does have good wet weather pace.
Dernier right on the edge there, nearly running off.
Yeah, yeah.
Thought that was going to get invalidated there.
And you see him trying to
it's not a bad
get on
time,
the traction there to get through the lap, and almost loses it. Yeah.
Adri about to put a lap on the board. Let's see what he can do here. Looks like a pretty good time coming.
Yeah, also
that's up into third. Good lap for Adri there.
Yeah,
Red Bull
also
coming around.
To note is the return of Axton.
Axton 316, baby, he's back.
Yeah, yeah, back to cause trouble. Who knows what else? But yeah, super glad to have him back. He's got great pace. He's a funny guy. And, yeah, happy to have him back.
He is in the podium interview. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
also a home race for Axton as he bumps into GP Colin as they both go into the pit lane. So,
Packer's spun here and he's broken his wing. Looks like, where did he do this? Right on the main straight. On the final turn. So he was going for another lap, it looked like, and he's lost the car and broke his wing. So you have to limp back all the way to the pits. Probably want to put a fresh set of wets on anyway. Depends if it's a wet race or not. If it's a dry
race, they did say in the Discord, yeah, it will be a dry race. So.
Okay, so a lot of guys running dry setups probably as well. We see guys like Dom really struggling in the wet here. You'd imagine everyone's got a dry setup though, and some guys are just kicking ass up here, so.
Yeah, we've got Dernier, he's invalidated. So
we're riding on board with Arrow right now, he's in Sector 1.
Moglitz has retired. Did he crash somewhere? It looks like, yeah, he's crashed out of the S's.
Wow, that's a really...
Arrow's getting a bit of aquaplaning, it seems, as he's really just swinging the car around, but...
Is the rain letting up a bit? Maybe Inters...
Oh, and he's invalidated.
Yeah, he has. Maybe Inters for the end here? Yeah, it looks like guys out on Inters now. Flip-flop, Fish.
Yeah, Axton.
Axton as well.
And Fish, yeah, so...
Yeah, the rain is lightening up, it seems, so... Probably a good call. You see that dry line, and the guys on the wet's really struggling on that dry line.
There is a lot, there's still a lot of standing water, though. I don't know if they're going to be able to improve a lot on those Inters as
the dry line is wide. Like, look how wide the dry line is. I think that they're going to find a lot.
We've got Axton and T-Money out on track. I'm sorry, T-Money's not on the Inters. I read that wrong. It's Beck who's fitted them in his pit lane, but Axton is going around.
Let's check it out.
With those Inters, and he looks
pretty
solid.
Quick.
I mean,
yeah. The guys on the wets
Buzz has retired, who's also crashed in the S's, it seems.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those wets are not working right now.
Yeah, maybe not getting heat into them, maybe just...
Yeah, they're just sliding because the track, they're probably overheating and then falling off very quickly. Where these Inters they seem to have some bite. Obviously, if you take them in the standing water anywhere in a corner, you're going to struggle, but offline, cool them down and get back on that dry line.
Yeah.
It seems like a good play. Axton doing that actually here, getting ready to brake, cool those tires down, and yeah, it looks quick here. So let's stick with Axton and see like what he does on his hot lap.
Yeah, it seems they're working well enough. I mean, I don't see him struggling really. I mean, looking solid so far. I mean, it's an outlap obviously, but and as the session continues to go on a bit, it's just going to be even more and more dry on the racing line. So Yeah, we'll see how he does here on his first flying lap when he's actually pushing.
No,
No, he's gone
he's
into the
gone in.
pits.
Hmm.
So,
Who is
maybe
it
not
now?
happy
Flip
with how
flop?
they felt, or maybe just waiting to...
Anybody else on LF on enters? Bobby as well. Beck looking
Packer's gone back out on the wets.
interesting. Beck staying out on the inters. Let's stick with Beck and see what he can do here.
Yeah.
Keeping in a very high gear. Oh, he's got nearly no grip here.
Almost in the wall there, but
Oh, yeah.
he has saved it. That's
But he
obviously
kept
going to
it alive.
compromise him quite a bit down on the pit straight there, but again, you see a lot of these guys short shifting. You see him trying to get on the traction. Oh, he's fighting that car right now, but he is
Getting decent
keeping
pace.
it under control so far. I mean, he's a 10th up on his previous best, so 10th and a half rather.
Fuzz
And
in
that
the
was a pretty...
chat saying he binned it on the outlap, so that's extremely unfortunate.
Well, you
Brutal,
didn't
right?
catch it on camera. You could have got away with it, Fuzz. No one would have
Yeah.
known.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been bragging about that.
But Beck, I mean, this is a scruffy first sector, and he was still up, so...
Yeah, they look like the quicker tire, and I think the wets are not the right tire anymore. You saw the guys that binned it on track there were on the wet tires. Like
he's up
were
8
sliding.
tenths.
Yeah.
9 tenths, pretty much. So, I mean... I don't know, I wonder if he's fueled the car enough for another run, because it's going to be tricky to go back around on his in-lap.
Have a fuel light on yet, so... Yeah,
It's
I think
very
he
easy
has
to
to stay
fuel
out.
save in the wet.
Yeah.
Oh! He is fighting it through those last few
no!
corners.
No! Oh, big crash. Wow, what a lap. Honestly.
Right by the pit lane.
Oh no, he's reset to track and he's been busted for that.
Yeah,
yeah.
unfortunately.
And he probably blocked that hot lap. That's gone from bad to worse for Beck.
Breaking the rules a bit there.
Yeah, breaking his wing, breaking the rules. Lucky he didn't lose a wheel there, but man, is he one entertaining driver. Rarely finishes the race, but he sure is fun.
Yeah, a blast to root for.
Let's find someone on a hot
right
lap
now.
there.
If he can get back
Aerostrike's pushing in sector 1. Let's ride with Aerostrike. Whoa, big moment. Aero slipping all over the place here, and that lap is pretty much ruined now. Had to do a lot of saving there. Anybody else? Durnia.
He's already second down. We have Adri. Oh, who's just gone off. He's spun round. Not quite sure where he is on track right now. In the S section?
Is Matthew Durnia? Oh, yes, he is in the S. And Matthew Durnia's lap has been compromised there by Adri trying to get himself straightened out.
Oh, we're seeing, a lot of cars spinning around, trying to find that pace. Important to note, Bobby's in 5th, so one of the first guys to get out and set a lap on the inters. He's put himself in a solid position.
Could be just like, at times, like nice windows for the tires, perhaps. Certain guys just hitting the right mark.
Yeah, and I mean, he's up again.
I'm riding with Durnia here, and he's looking pretty sharp. Inter's definitely looking like the quicker tire here.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see anyone on the wets here.
GP is on the wets currently. Not to point anyone out, but yeah, time to get off those tires. He's on track too, so he definitely.
Camden on provisional pole here with a 46.8.
Then the Racing Points looking very strong here. 1 and 2 currently. Camden Luca sneaks into provisional pole. Great lap.
Trying to keep that title fight alive.
Absolutely. Behind, it looks like we have both Haas cars. As soon as Durnia crosses the line, we'll try to get to them. Not sure who's first.
JXW. So we're going to see times increasing for everyone
big time.
here.
Where is Packer? It's Packer, it is. Up into 6th, so Packer in 6th.
And we've got Dylan, who's made his triumphant return. Hasn't set a lap up until now, and he's gone onto pole. A
Yeah, so
46-1. So, really solid for him. We've got Fish now coming through the final two corners. Says he's only up 2/10 on this lap. He will have time for another run if he's fueled the car for enough.
yeah, he's got plenty of battery for it.
Pretty solid too. So see what he does coming across the
very
line,
quick
and he
time.
found a lot of time there. Maybe
Very
he was
quick
wrong when I
stuff.
switched to him, but yeah, 45-2.
So
Very
that's
impressive.
McLaren coming around as a GP Collins, still out on the wets right now. He's pretty much done in quality at this point. He's not going to find any time. I think he's out of fuel, perhaps. Doth coming around. He's about to set a time here. What can he put on the board? 48 flat, so Doth, that's been invalidated, I suppose, so I guess he's going for it now. Should we stick with Doth here? Home race for Doth?
I don't know why it's more of a home
looked...
race for Doth than any of the other American guys. I'll say that. He lives in... Well, maybe we shouldn't say where he lives. He doesn't live close to Texas, though.
True. You know who does live close to Texas?
Fuzz did say it was his backyard, so that's pretty clever. But I think Fuzz lives closer to Texas than Doth does.
Comes JXW crossing the line.
We have Packer, who's coming through the final corner
JXW into second. Great lap from JXW.
Yeah,
Packer as well. What can Packer do here? Up in a pole.
44-3. Wow.
Dylan has invalidated.
Fish is coming through the final sector now, too, to see if he can improve.
He's up 1.3 seconds, it says for me. That's going to be monstrous if he puts that up.
Yeah, if he can keep it within the limits. Whew.
Yeah, he kept it.
Looking solid, yeah.
This looks like it could be pole.
Bit of a lock
see what
up.
he can do in the final turn. Does he get on the gas?
Good traction here.
Yes,
he does. And wow, a 43.6. So I mean,
the time's just improving here.
T-Money
coming now as well. T-Money up 1.7. That'll be a big lead for T-Money if he can put this one up. Into the final turn now. Bit of a lockup. Goes deep. Misses that apex, but gets the car rotated nicely. What can he do? T-Money into third. Good lap from T-Money as well. The track just improving consistently here. Doth coming around. Looking Doth put on the board. 46.8 for Doth, up at 12th. So not what he was hoping for. But
and back into second. On the front row. Pips Packer there. And yeah, Camden now coming across the line.
5th place for Camden. He's 2 spots, or 1 spot behind Packer. He'd be right behind him on the grid at this point. Packer still has a lap, but no, he's invalidated. What about JXW? No, he's invalidated. Adri is coming. Let's ride with Adri here. Adri making his way through the final sector now.
And you can see they've got it pretty much pinned through there almost at this point. So,
big snap there.
Bit of a moment. Bit of a lock up. Keeps it in third.
This looks good.
Start shifting all the way up.
Third.
Up in the third. So, Packers, he's still on a... No, Packers finished.
Zai goes to 10th. We got a Mercedes coming around. It looks like everybody's pretty much done. That is it for qualifying.
Yeah.
Wow. Great little wet qualifying. A lot of guys out of position just because of the track evolution, the timing. Seemed like a lot of cars just found time constantly there.
Tough to keep up with. That was something crazy.
All right, so let's review the order. It's Flip-Flop Fish, my favorite tongue twister on the grid. In pole position, Beck in second, Adri takes third, Packer takes fourth, Axton will be in fifth. Great return for Axton, 316. He has a chance at the podium there. T-Money in B6. Camden takes 7th. Durnia is 8th. JXW is 9th. Zyg is 10th. Everyone will have free choice of tires here, so you just want to be as far up the grid as possible. Excel Dillon, a bit of a bummer for him. He's 11th. Ryan is 12th. Joshua 13th. Arrow is 14th. Doth 15th. Bobby 16th. Zem 17th. Fuzz 18th. And GP Colin is 19th. Whew. Nearly missed it.
That was something. Those wet ones are always pretty exciting. I will be back in just a moment.
Yeah. Now I've hit the mute button, and I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Okay, there, it's back. We're good. Hopefully nobody starts the race. That's always a bummer. But yeah, I'm just gonna go refill my water quickly. It is water tonight. Mm. Somebody did it. Somebody has started the race here. I've actually missed who it was, who initially did it. So, that'll be interesting. Did somebody else see? We got someone in the chat. Yeah, there's definitely. Let's check on the tire situation. I intentionally said that wrong, by the way. Dylan started it. Jinnit, with the sharp eye, picks out Mr. Excel Dylan, who showed up very last minute and forgot the rule. So he's got a 10-second penalty right off the hop. I think it's got him before, actually, Dylan. I think that's his second time starting the race early.
I am back. I hear someone started the race early.
Indeed.
Uh-oh.
Excel Dylan with the 10-second penalty in 11th place right off the bat, so...
We should get like a sound effects board or something.
Hold on, I got one for you.
Penalty alert. yeah. Or if we catch like someone doing something bad on stream, like a siren or something,
yeah.
Like wee, wee.
Yeah. Cutting the track to make it back for qualifying laps.
Yeah.
Resetting to track during qualifying. Womp womp. I think we gotta go with the womp womp. I think it would be pretty good. And we can't get sued for that. Sony's not gonna come after us for that. They'll come after us for AC/DC, but...
I was thinking there's so many good songs we could have picked for
man. America,
this track. It's so unfortunate.
Born in the USA, like, I mean, it's not even...
I don't know. Welcome to the Jungle. Any corny rock song, really.
Yeah.
Although,
that's America for you, baby.
Ass.
It does kick ass, honestly. Like, sometimes when I get into the wine a little bit, welcome to I go down the Guns N' Roses rabbit hole. Just a few songs, and then you're kind of like, all right, what am I doing here? Yeah, that rule has been there all season. That's a good point. So, Andrea on the grid already. There must have been some kind of collision.
To know when your intro music's coming back. We're not allowed, Scavney. We've had a few of the streams. They get caught and they get taken down. And then we have to re-upload them with the intro cut out. And
yeah,
it's a pain. So, very unfortunately, Heavy Heart, we've stopped.
Yeah, no more intro music. But we are about to go racing here at the USA Grand Prix. 5 lights on, and they're off. Looks like a very good start for Beck there. He's off the line well. No, it's
he's getting swallowed up, and
comes Packer.
Really tried to
Whoa, there's a collision! Massive collision! That is huge for the championship.
Run into turn
Camden
1.
up into 3rd, and Packer's gone all the way down into 11th place there. He got stuck behind Beck, who spun. Huge lock up there, and there was a monster collision. He nearly
Excel
took
Dylan is already up into 4th. Oh, and another incident there. Looks like Axe and T-Money getting into one another. My goodness.
Ferrari and AlphaTauri side by side. That's Beck, and Doth goes through. So Doth up to 11th already. Look at the position change there. A lot of guys gaining big. Excel Dylan 7 places. Camden 4 places. Joshua 6. So that race start really threw a few people off. Here comes Ryan.
Find one another.
Yeah, they're running together again, eh?
They always seem to find one another each week. That
Yeah.
was a...
Look at this. Here comes Aerostrike. He's all, or sorry, it's not. It's Bobby all over Ryan here. Let's go, Bobby. See if he can get this move done. Oh, no, he's close. He's going for
and
that
Packer
switchback.
tried to move, and it looks like he almost spun round yet again. So Camden and Adri
Big
kind of
action
side by
up
side
front
as
here.
well. And
Look at
Dylan's
the
now
action
got
at the front.
right in the mix. And this is just
Adri.
allowed
Adri's
Fish
all
to...
over Fish and Camden here.
Fish has
Sorry, Fish.
been able
Sorry,
to run
it's
away.
Camden and
Yeah,
Dylan. Camden and Dylan. All
really
over Adri.
pressuring Adri, who chose to start on the mediums. Most guys did actually end up opting for the softs. And of course, our timing screen gets all messed up as Camden sends it down the inside.
Good move from Camden. He needs this. He's on those soft tires. Let's get that tire data up for you. We know the position change now. Let's check out those tires. So Camden needs to make up some ground here. Fish also on the softs. But great move from Camden there. He needs that. Well, Packer's stuck in 12th right now. Does Packer have damage? He must have damage.
I don't think so. He's got both his end plates, but...
Yeah, but he front-nosed Beck's car there. So I imagine he might have a bit of damage on the very front. Maybe it's hard to see, but... Because he doesn't... I mean, he's kind of stuck back there, isn't he? Oh, no, he's gone into 8th
He did
now.
just make
What
a
happened?
move. No, it's the timing's wrong. He did just make a move on Dernia, though.
Okay, you're right, yep.
Maybe it sorted it. Maybe he is in 8th. I think he actually is now.
Yeah.
So 8th, chasing down Axton, and he's
There we go.
pulling out, looking, big lockup. But yeah, he's going to need to charge through the field here if he wants to win the title here tonight.
Here comes Dylan. Big move on Adri. That was very decisive. And Adri on the switchback going around the outside now. Cannot get it done. That was a hell of an overtake from Excel Dylan there. Great move. Very aggressive and just managed to find the grip he needed to get it done.
Out front, Fish is just stretching his legs. Fastest lap yet again. This is, I'm sure, exactly what he wants. Camden, though, is going to start feeling the pressure, I'd assume, from Dylan behind. And we do have a massive DRS train from about 3rd down to 10th here. So as Packer tries to make his way through the field, he might find it pretty difficult with all these guys having DRS. So, and I mean, we're gonna have to be on the lookout for penalties. It's a very easy track to pick up corner cutting.
Look how close Joshua, Axton, and Packer are here, moving through the S section. Nearly nose to tail. Whoa, big move there.
Lockup. Yeah, lockup from Packers. He goes into the side of...
Yeah, he's got damage now. That's massive damage for Packer. He's going to be under threat from Matthew Durnia here. Here comes Matthew Durnia. You see it on the rear wing of Packer's car.
Yeah.
Durnia making his way through down the inside. It looks like he's got it.
He's going to have that. Whoa,
big lockup.
In advance of the corner. Ooh,
Packer switching back, though.
Spin.
Great racing here in the opening laps of this Grand Prix. Great action up and down the field.
Must have had a moment, maybe, potentially, as Joshua's gotten by him.
Oh,
and
there's GXW nearly into the back of Packer. He's all over Packer right now. Packer is struggling with that wing damage here. There's a move around the outside, and he gets through. Great move from JX to get by Packer there. We know Packer has damage, obviously. He's dove into the pits.
Yeah,
and he did. He's nearly lost it.
Woo.
That's even more damage on the wings. Good thing it's getting replaced regardless, but he is trying to save every bit of time he can. Here comes Bobby. He's all over Ryan here. Bobby has been pressuring Ryan since the opening lap of the race. Cannot find a way through at this point, but he is on it tonight. Bobby looking racy here early in the Grand Prix.
Mr. Joshua looking to close in on Adri, as Beck is the first one to pick up a penalty so far. 3 seconds for corner cutting. I expect to see a few more drivers with some penalties by the end of this, but we've got Dylan now. He's gotten into DRS range on Camden. The soft tires should still have an advantage at this point in the race, but
won't be much longer.
No, and we've got Durnia closing in on Axton. He's not going to be close enough to make a move at this point, but
It's very close, and all these cars still
Yeah,
running
all
very
these
closely
guys.
together.
Yeah.
It's from Joshua through to JXW, and Doth closing in on them on the mediums as well. He's actually in a great spot there, Doth. Compared to the other medium runners up at the front, Dylan and Adri, Doth on the next best strategy here.
Yeah, we've got Dylan now very, very close to the back of Camden.
The guys behind are sort of closing in here. If Camden can hold up Dylan a little bit, the guys behind would likely catch them.
Yeah, Adri was with that group. Will be interesting to see if he can settle in and maybe get a bit closer here. Dylan not able to make the move into turn 1. We'll have to follow in the dirty air here through the S section. Oh, and you can see track limits there.
Yeah, he was very wide. He got
Let's see
penalties
now,
to eradicate already.
Does seem like he's got the measure of Camden here.
Is he going to send it here? No, he's going to wait for that DRS.
Right on the
Very
gearbox.
close.
Yeah.
Completely in control here. This should be an easy move for
now.
Dylan.
Yeah. I don't think if you're Camden, don't worry about fighting this one.
Yeah, the guy behind, maybe, but... Now we got Mr. Joshua and T-Money.
Yeah. This group here still battling. Doth, next one behind them, and he's got Arrow gaining time, so... It'll be interesting to see when the crossover kind of happens. I'd expect maybe about lap 8. This is a pretty easy soft to medium race, so... And out front, though, Fish is really just running away with this. We'll see if Dylan's able to cut down a bit of his time. Here,
applying that pressure to Axton. He's close. Not close enough to take a look here. Probably down the back street he will be able to take a crack, but everybody will be using that slipstream DRS to defend behind. Camden is still pressuring Dylan. Not really letting him get away here.
And his Packer... From bad to worse here so far. Picks up 3 seconds as Axton also picks up 3 seconds, and Bobby as well. So we're starting to see the penalties roll in here. See now if Mr. Joshua may be able to get a move done. It seems Adri, I don't know if he was in DRS at the detection point.
All over T-Money here, who's lost a bit of ground out front. The slipstream advantage is going to go to Axton here, who will bring JX with him. Can Axton take a look?
Is closing. Taking a peek. I don't think... Yeah, he's not going to be close enough on this lap here. DRS.
Bobby making a move on Arrow here. Down the inside. Bobby is through, so Bobby into the points now. He's got a penalty, but he's hanging on to that, fighting it down the inside. Him and Arrow duking it out.
Good of a lock up there. We'll see if he can now close in on Doth as...
Doth has lost some ground,
1.8, and... Yeah, I think the soft tires still seem to be quicker, especially at this point in the race, so... Mr. Joshua just barely hanging on to DRS.
Doth has lost a lot of ground, and he's got a penalty as well, and he's on the mediums right now, so that's not looking too great for Doth right now. His prospects... changing quickly here. It looked really good, and now suddenly not so good. See if he can get it together and find that pace. Axton.
We do have Dylan picks up really a penalty, so. And we've got another group actually. Bobby's kind of got Arrow, Ryan, Fuzz all really close behind him too. So really solid battles throughout the field.
Axton runs wide there. He's got a penalty now as well. He's looking at a move. Oh, he sends it late down the inside here. Is he going to have DRS? He will have DRS. Still behind T-Money, so he gets that DRS. T-Money has that DRS to defend it as well. It's a good little scrap here between the Williams and the McLaren. Let's see who comes out on top. We got JXW sneaking a peek as well, but Axton down the inside.
Yeah, he's able to get it done.
Got it done.
T-Money can fight it back. Does not look like it. Yeah,
Axton
great
goes
move from
through.
Axton in his return here. We'll see if he can get into DRS range on Mr. Joshua there and kind of hang with that group still. As Mr. Joshua just not able to get by Adri, and for Adri, this is playing into his hands perfectly. I mean, he's on the medium tire, sitting in a great position, and he's kind of hanging with Camden at this point. So maybe starting to see the crossover between tire advantage. As Bobby also right on the edge of DRS for Goff too. So JX has a little bit of a moment. Great shot as they all just go through the S's here. Fantastic stuff. We have a yellow flag here. Who could that be? It looks like it's Bobby. He's now dropped down to 14th.
Oh,
no wing damage, but it seems maybe a bit of a spin or something like that. As yeah, he is in 15th now behind GP Collins. So
he was having a good start to this race as well. He was looking pretty good, fighting his way through the field a little bit, holding some guys off. It's unfortunate.
And I do think the mediums are the better tire.
Gap to leader.
Maverick has asked for that. But you can see Adri now really closing in on Camden, and Dylan now starting to take some time out of flip-flop fish out in front. So nothing substantial, I mean, but definitely something to keep an eye on here, what that gap will be when he does head into the pits. It was a little bit of a wobble, a little bit of a wiggle from Adri on the exit of that last corner there. Arrow now 2 seconds behind Goff. See if he can kind of work that down. As Adri picks up a penalty, so almost half the field, maybe half the field with time penalties, and we're a third of the way through this race. So
see
those guys,
Camden up here trying to break that slipstream aggressively. Let's get back to the interval. There you go, Maverick. You got your leader gaps. I can't commentate the race properly watching the leader gaps. I need it very plainly spelled out to me. So. It's hard to keep track, honestly, even with it plainly spelled out. So, yeah, maybe like 5-6 laps from now, I'll give it to you again for 30 seconds. So Adri really pressuring here.
Start pitting, it'll make sense to kind of look at the leader gap. For the guys on the mediums.
I think that's why he wanted to see. Packer is about 33 seconds off, which is not enough right now.
And he's gonna have to stop again. He's on the soft tire.
Comes Adri.
Is Adri, yeah.
Flying here. Camden can't do a damn thing about it, and he has to tuck in.
And Adri has been really strong as of late. I mean, unfortunate for him in Japan, but he had great qualifying there. And yeah, finds himself in third.
Oh, Joshua's run really wide here, and that's giving Axton a crack at this thing. Taking a really unique line through here, and Axton is all over his gearbox. Axton fishtailing a little bit there, trying to get the power down. He sees that opportunity, smells the blood, and he wants a piece of Mr. Joshua in front.
Camden, first one to blink here for the soft runners. Lap 8, maybe a bit early. In my opinion, but we'll see.
Axton. He's not close enough, though. Axton just gets the power down without that little bit of wheel spin. There's a very good chance he'll get Joshua, but he just seems to be botching the exits a little bit, just enough to give Joshua that advantage.
He picks up another penalty there. So, I mean, very important. Fish without a penalty, and Mr. Joshua without a penalty. So, I mean, T-Money and JX also keeping it clean so far, as well as the two Red Bull boys. Well behaved for the two of them in 9th and 10th right now. Camden picks up another penalty here. 3 seconds. He's come out. Where's Camden? He's come out in 13th on the medium. So he's going to have to take those tires 18 laps, and he's got Packer right behind him. So Packer obviously
again, JXW taking a look, nothing there. This DRS train just really negating the advantage for any driver.
Big wobble from Camden, and Packer is going to get by. Obviously, Packer needs to stop again, but maybe not. Camden seems to be running a more slippery setup here as he's fought that back. Oh, Packer super late on the brakes.
Cuts the corner too. Ooh, that's going to be fought back, though. Camden dives down the inside. Great move from Camden there.
Yeah, great battle from the two championship leaders here as it continues through the third
Whoa,
sector
yeah,
right
side by
now.
side still.
See if he can pull a switchback. We have a car off. It looks like it is Bobby again, unfortunately, and a VSC. So that will end
Joshua's
any
pit.
scraps going on.
Joshua's
Great
pit
timing
time, yeah,
for
the
Mr.
timing and
Joshua.
Arrow. Arrow's dove in. Joshua's dove in. I imagine everyone behind needs to. Yep. Zyg diving in.
So Joshua's going to
Camden.
get ahead of Camden.
Packer's pit as well. Great timing for him. He needs to pit anyway.
Yeah. So that worked out wonderfully for Mr. Joshua.
Camden.
Yeah, he's got out well ahead of Camden.
Yep. And for Packer now is falling terribly behind.
Fish
He's going to the
not
end now,
able
surely.
to get into the pits with the timing. Axton opted not to. T-Money, JX all opted to stay out. And I'd assume they're pitting the next lap or two. So
They might have just missed the entry.
But Mr. Joshua went in. Maybe he went in.
No, I think he
and
was
then the
heading in
VSC
anyways.
came out?
Yeah, I think it came
Yeah.
out while he was
Okay.
in. Like he decided, I'm pitting.
Yeah,
I think the window was right around where Camden was. Packer dove in. That was about the window of people that could have snuck in there when the timing was right.
Well, excellent timing. He's found himself some clean air here. He will have all these medium runners to try and get past when the time comes, but as of right now, a wonderful strategy call and wonderful timing. So, looking solid. We have Fish into the pits, your race leader here. Will any of these other guys follow? Axton going in, all these guys, yeah, this group here, and JX decides to stay out. Try something different, maybe hope for another ESC or safety car, something like that. Where's Fish going to come out here? He's going to be behind JX. Will Doth get ahead? No, he does get ahead of Doth. So, really, really well done pit stop for Fish as well.
Yeah, so Fish. The timing worked out for Fish there. He didn't lose too much. The guys behind that did pit under VSC didn't gain a whole lot on him.
No, Mr. Josh was already behind Axton, though. What had happened to Axton? He's gone on the softs again, I guess. So definite two-stop for Axton here. A bit of an interesting choice.
Maybe he didn't pit?
No, he did, though, because he's way down in 8th behind all these guys. T-Money's come out way behind.
It says he hasn't stopped.
Oh, really?
Or maybe he just had a moment?
We watched him go in.
Huh. Or is it JX maybe you're thinking? Oh, no, because he hasn't pit either. Oh, who would it have been?
I guess he didn't pit, but I thought we watched...
Maybe it was Bobby, because he's on fresh mediums.
Potentially, yeah. So Axton, yeah, must have had a moment. And that has really hurt his chances here. Fish has already cleared JXW, so he's only a second and a half behind Adri.
Oh, he had a drive-through.
Axton did.
Yeah, it was Jinnit caught that, so...
That makes more sense.
Yep.
JX is into the pits now. I imagine Axton probably going to go into the pits now too, but yeah, that's really going to hurt his race here.
Yeah, he's pretty much toast now. JX in. Let's see what he can do. Where can he come out? He's trundling down.
So
the
now,
lane. T-Money gonna be close there. Yeah, he's close to T-Money. Arrow very close to him.
So that undercut for Mr. Joshua worked out quite nicely. I mean, he's gained quite a bit of time. T-Money was in DRS range, as was JX, and now he's found himself 4.5 seconds ahead. Fish also really gaining on Adri here. See if he can make a move side by side into the braking zone, and yeah, he's going to get that done quite easily.
Yeah,
Adri didn't really put up too much of a defense, yeah.
Needs to pit, has penalties. Really no
and
point
he's in
in
a
wasting
very
time.
Solid position. I mean, right now you're just really...
Yep. Just trying to save as much time.
Behind, right?
Yeah. Who needs to pit?
Yeah, exactly. So Arrow also seems to have done really well with the timing of his stop. He's kind of brought himself into this battle with JX and T Money. So
It's GP Colin on Matthew Dernia. Applying some pressure. Looks like Matthew Dernia not having the greatest race right now. He's way back down in 14th. Right behind Axton. And Axton quite a ways off of Camden now. He was sort of trailing in the pack near Axton, but now he's way behind.
yeah,
So that
Camden.
VSC really threw everything off.
Yeah, Camden. I didn't even really realize is down in 12th. So he's had Joshua, T Money, JX, and Arrow all jump him through the pit phase here, and
He is gaining, it looks like, on Zamoglis ahead, which is to be expected with the tire difference there. JXW is closing on T-Money as well, so keep an eye on both these battles. And keep an eye on Packer as well, who's closing up to GP Colin. Packer has a lot of work to do here. Championship leader could have secured it tonight mathematically. Camden, though, he's not going to get much at this point either, so Camden needs to get on with it if he wants to try and maximize the advantage. Packer does not have many bad races.
no,
So you got to capitalize when these kind of things happen.
JX really pressuring T Money as well now, battling for 8th on track currently. And Fish has really put himself in a fantastic position here. I mean, Dylan's going to have to pit. I'm sure in the next lap or two we'll see these medium guys go in. Lap 17 would probably be my bet.
Yeah.
11 laps on the soft seems fairly easy to do. I'm sure they could even pit earlier, get 12 laps on them with the lower
Comes
fuel
JXW on
cars.
T-Money, but he's not quite close enough.
Yeah, turn one. Looks like a
Camden, though, on
easier
Zem,
overtaking spot than it is.
perhaps looking for a switchback here, going around the outside. Sweeps underneath. Camden right on Zamoglis here through the S section. See if he can find a space to send it. If not, he'll surely get him down the next straight. Oh, off the track a bit there for Camden, it looked like. See, he's got a penalty already. Swinging that car around and, yeah, just cut the track a little bit there. Gonna hurt for sure if he keeps adding warnings to the already penalty he has.
Oh, we've got someone off. It looks like Axton.
It is Axton.
Yeah,
Trying to get
facing
turned
the wrong
around.
way.
No
He's got
wing.
no wing and a
It's
long
actually a
way
very,
to go.
very humorous looking wing. He has literally like one flat piece left. And yeah, very long way to go.
And Camden and Zem side by side, and Camden does get it done with the fresher tires and better traction. Finishes it there. Yeah, still not able to get by T Money though.
Needs to get on with it. Camden, though, especially needs to get on with it. Packer is
He's
a
7
ways
seconds behind Arrow.
Yeah, he's got some work to do here.
With more penalties than all these guys as well as Mr. Joshua also, sorry, DRS range on Ryan, so as Dylan picks up another penalty.
JX really hounding T-Money here. Been a good little scrap between these two over the last few laps. They're fighting for 8th place right now. Mr. Joshua trying to make a move on Ryan for 6th. Mr. Joshua looking poised for 2nd place at this point. He's got a 3-second lead.
We've got someone round again. Is it JX who went off there? No.
No, he's doing fine.
Like AlphaTauri.
Yeah, it is Beck. He's way behind.
Beck. He spins back around and gets it going.
He's had a bad race. JXW doing much better. Pressuring T-Money here. Looks like Joshua making the move. Joshua does get the move done on Ryan, so Mr. Joshua has a really nice cushion to T-Money, JXW, Arrow, Camden behind. That VSC pit stop saved him a lot of time. And he looks like he's trending towards a P2 finish at this point. Flip-flop looks like he's got this thing in the bag. Depends on the gaps
As
out
Dylan
front.
has
Dylan
pit.
has pit, yeah.
So
Actually,
we're gonna see
where's he gonna come out? Probably around Mr. Joshua.
yeah, some wicked pace here, I'd assume, from him on these soft tires. Adri has elected to
There
stay
goes
out.
Ryan.
Doth has gone into the pits. Fuzz has stayed out.
So Dylan has been released, and he's well out in front. Here comes Fuzz, very close to Dylan here. So, yeah, Mr. Joshua, nowhere near Dylan. Dylan's out on the softs in third, so actually, Dylan looking like he's on for P2 here. It's quite a ways to fish out front. I don't know if he'll catch him,
15 seconds, so Beck is retired in the pit lane for an unfortunate evening after his front row start.
Yeah.
Arrow picks up his first penalty.
Rough one.
JX still chasing T-Money around the track here. Doth has come out just behind this group. Not just behind, but behind this group. And ahead of Camden. So Camden in 10th. He's going to have to chase down Doth off tires. That is going to be quite a difficult task. JX now, closest he's been. T-Money moves to the inside. We'll see side by side. T-Money, great defending. We'll see if JX can get on the traction here. Maybe send it around the outside. T-Money parked his car in all the right places.
Great defense there. T-Money does very nicely. We had a great shot. The shark fin area of the AlphaTauri
as Adri in the pits, Buzz in the pits. So everyone at this stage in the race has pit. I guess now we're just going to see how fast these guys can be on these soft tires. Mr. Joshua promoted up into the podium positions. Adri dropping down. Will he get out ahead of Arrow? He will. So 6th place for Adri. Packer picks up another penalty. Very, very uncommon. Fuzz comes out.
He's struggling
behind Camden and Doth here. So Camden's going to come under a lot of pressure from Fuzz and possibly Ryan as well. As Adri picks up a penalty. And unfortunate for Adri, he's found himself in the middle of this battle.
So everyone has finally pit. And it's looking like Fish looking pretty strong here for a win. Dylan handily second and looking strong for a podium here unless JXW can find a way through on T-Money perhaps and start pushing towards Mr. Joshua, but he needs to do it now if he wants a chance at that.
Yeah.
Adri as well. Adri actually could find his way through here and then potentially push for that podium. That would be interesting. Adri sends it.
Sneaky move, yeah.
Very sneaky, and he gets it done. Great move from Adri there. Right on cue.
Is asking for the penalty totals. I did take a look briefly. Dylan has 6 seconds in second. He's also got 10 seconds for starting early. Adri has 6 seconds, so if he wants to get on that podium, he's going to have to
Here goes
hustle.
Adri. He is hustling. He sends it down the inside. So much more grip. Does he get it done? There's the front wing of T-Money. He's pushed T-Money to the outside. And that looks a pretty clean but hard racing move there from Adri. So just what he needed at the right time. Now he's only got 3.6 seconds to Mr. Joshua in front of him, who is on the medium tires. You can see there 7 laps on those mediums as well. So Adri should catch Joshua and get by, but
yeah, a lot of penalties though.
Yeah, that's true.
6 seconds he'll have to clear on Mr. Joshua to hang on to that podium position.
Yeah, Dylan also with 9 seconds of penalties, so Mr. Joshua
and Fuzz
could potentially take P2 still.
Yeah. And Fuzz really pressuring Camden now.
JXW finally on T-Money. He sends it.
Is he gonna get it done?
No, T-Money defends him again. Perfect defense from T-Money once again.
Yeah.
Parks his car
right
dead in the
apex.
center. Great defending from T-Money. He's putting on a clinic here.
Has gotten by Camden, so Camden at the moment is only scoring 1 point. And Ryan behind him doesn't have any penalties. And not the race Camden really needed.
Comes JX again. He's all over T-Money here. Can he get him down the main straight now? Look how close he is. Oh, it's such a bad overtaking place to be this close, though. Oh, is he gonna send
pressuring.
it? He's got to send it here. He has to hope T-Money just doesn't get on the throttle. He's going for a little bit of a switchback move, though.
Yeah, with a nice line through there, even still, to just kind of make that work. As Doth, we got a lot of battles shaping up here for the end of this race, as Doth is now in DRS range of Arrow.
JXW just cannot find a way through. He's been taking
Yeah,
all different angles, and T-Money just always in the right place to hold him off there. Neither driver with penalties either, so quite a feat for both guys, and both
good clean racing.
Yeah, it's been an excellent little scrap. Here comes Doth, as you mentioned, right on the back of Arrow's here. He's very close to Arrow on those fresh softs.
JX, this has got to be the one. T-Money this time. Will he take the inside? No, JX going really wide around him.
T-Money late on the brakes, though, and he gets it. He stays in front still somehow. Unbelievable defending from T-Money here.
And Doth clears Arrow.
Oh, so unfortunate we missed that. But the defensive clinic T-Money has put on here tonight. Driver of the day at this stage, honestly. Like, that's one after another.
Possibly.
Great defense.
I mean, he's been really solid in hanging on to that 5th position. And again, like you said, neither driver with any penalties. So it's not as if they're cutting corners to keep ahead or attack or defend. They're keeping it clean. So
no,
JX.
Yep.
Big moment.
Doth is going to have a shot at him now. No, not
and
quite
that's
close
taking
enough.
him out of DRS range.
Yeah, there's the mistake, and JX was trying to push T-Money into it, but it unfortunately made it himself. Mr. Joshua, though, is applying the pressure to Adri again.
No, I think Adri just got by into turn 1.
Sorry.
Yeah. So now he's got to hang on and hope. And he can keep within that penalty gap there for that podium position. But JX now is going to find he's got Doth coming up behind. And without DRS to defend, or sorry, I guess without DRS to defend, might find himself on the short end of the stick here.
Ryan also all over Camden here. Camden looks like he's in trouble. Might not even get a point here.
Is also pressuring his teammate. We'll see if Ryan now can make the move. He's gone to the inside. And Camden, he's got that done. So
Camden can't fight this back, and he's got penalties, and now the guy behind him is Packer. So this gift of a race with Packer's mistakes and bad luck, and Camden just doesn't capitalize. I mean, he's pretty
wonderful helicopter shot. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, and he was in such a good position at the start here. He was
comes Fuzz.
E2. Yeah, against his teammate. I wonder if it'll be team orders.
Nah,
at Red
too
Bull
close
here.
To the end of the season here. Fuzz is gonna send it. Arrow's not gonna let him through.
Yeah, I think Arrow's gonna try to defend, but I mean, there's no point.
There's no point, really. No.
Unleash Fuzz, let him through, and see what he can do. It's a matter of time in that scenario, I feel. As JX is also right up behind T-Money again, so...
Yeah, and Doth is right there now, too. So it's a 3-man party now.
Yep.
Doth has the best tires of the bunch, so could see him move up ahead of these two very shortly.
And Fuzz, I mean... If T-Money's holding these guys up, Fuzz is going to get right in on the action here, too. As Doth.
Yeah.
Very JX has moved to defend, but really squeezing him there.
Doth
leaving
him
enough room, but
track,
really squeezing him.
Nice wide entry on the throttle early. They're side by side.
Gonna have
Doth
the inside.
is going to get this. Inside line, or a bit too zoomed in, and JX with a great defense. You learned a thing or two from T-Money.
Yeah, to hang it around the outside there, and yeah, like I said, Fuzz is now really close to...
this is going to help T-Money
this group
as well. Perhaps break away if Doth gets stuck here for a couple laps. That DRS really hurting T-Money, though. The guys behind all gaining. Fuzz now joining the party.
Yeah,
So
JX is so close. Just can't get it done. Obviously,
no.
Doth's not going to be able to get it done. Fuzz, big lockup.
But on the power nice and early. He's closing on Doth quickly here.
Yeah, so now a lot of guys looking not just ahead,
Oh,
but...
big moment for T-Money. JXW around the outside, perhaps, here. No, T-Money
switch that
gets
back.
it covered it off.
These guys are just pushing each other.
Yeah, T-Money had a big moment there. He's lucky to have kept that place. If it wasn't in the S's, I think he'd have got past there for sure. Just a tough place to actually commit and send.
Yeah.
Here we go again, though. 4 cars and Aerostrike in the background there as well.
Fuzz is so close to Doth.
He's absolutely flying.
This
and JX up front as well.
Bragging rights between these two. We'll see if Fuzz can get it done.
Look
Everyone
at all the
walking up
here.
into the corner.
Fuzz gets it done.
Yeah, he does, and you know he's very pleased with himself with that one. We'll see if he can hang on.
It was side by side with T-Money as close as he's been, with two overtakes at the same time attempted there, but T-Money comes out on top again. Without that DRS, the way T-Money is defending is very impressive.
Yeah, he's been under constant pressure now for this entire race.
Yeah,
he's had someone behind him, and he's chasing
real
cars
trouble
in front,
here, though.
But
JXW
can JX finally get this done?
Through. He has to get it done.
Well ahead. Is he going to lose 2 places in one corner? Fuzz, bit of a lockup. He sees the opportunity.
But T-Money, no. The wise old defender gets on the throttle nice and early and closes Fuzz back out. So trying to push
JX
Fuzz
picks
back.
up his first 3-second penalty there right as he gets the move done.
Oh, it's brutal.
He's going to really have to get on with it here.
Yeah, he's got the pace. He just couldn't get that overtake done. And he should be able to build a bit of a cushion.
Break away, yeah.
Fuzz and Doth side by side here. Doth taking a late send here.
Yeah, he does. They switch positions. Fuzz keeps it ahead. Yeah, but Doth now is going to be right behind him.
Comes Doth, but Fuzz going to have that toe in front as well. So Doth not really able to do anything with that.
It's JX too. Yeah, he's
Oh, big lockup for Fuzz and Doth late. Oh, Doth nearly had a chance there. That was very tight. There's just been some excellent
I feel bad for
here.
some of these other guys, I guess, because they're not getting as much love. But
but
battle between the 4 of them here has been absurd.
Battle of the season so far, honestly. Like T-Money, and the way T-Money has been defending here has been outstanding. See if he can get back at JX here, because JX, without that DRS, not really breaking away now. Fuzz late on the brakes here, though. And Doth, it's a bit of a snap
there.
Bit of
a wiggle, yeah.
Fuzz with a chance here, though. Closing on T-Money. He's going for a late send. He goes very late. T-Money gets the traction, though. Oh, they touch. There was a bump there, and Fuzz got through. Looked about 50-50, so sort of just bad luck that T-Money lost a bit more traction.
Yeah. Not sure if there's anything...
Look at Ryan behind now, all over Aero as well. Doth now closing. Fuzz closing. Let's check in with Fuzz. He'll be the first to make a move here. Around the outside on JXW. Can he get it done? JX cuts that corner a little bit to try and defend it, but he still cannot hold the place. Doth did not get through on T-Money, though.
Fuzz is now just primed to
Ryan has made it by Aero. We've missed that.
Camden and Packer running in 11th and 12th. I don't know if we've seen a race all season where neither of them have scored points.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising, actually.
On a day where the championship could have been decided.
Here comes Doth, though, all over T-Money here. It's as close as he's been. He's taking those outside lines, just looking for the traction here. Looking for a bit of a switchback, but T-Money just very stout in that turn 1 defense. He's not really let anyone through there all day, except for JX, who just, I think he just had the juice and T-Money didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Doth picks up a penalty.
Yeah, so I believe that's his second or third.
Yeah, he's in trouble there. Can't get through either. So T-Money doing
Doth
well to keep things clean here, and he's still very close to JXW, so he'll get that place back at this point. Doth needs to get on with it here. With the penalties, he doesn't really have much time, though, so he's kind of in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Adri's also cleared the 6 seconds he needed on Joshua, just to point that out.
And Camden is actually about to come under threat from Packer on the last lap, so for a race that we'll see neither driver score a point.
Well, I think they'll actually both pass Doth.
That's true, actually.
Camden
but
might...
Packer does have 6 seconds.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I guess both of them have penalties as well, so Camden's got 3 seconds. I think Camden will get Doth still. No, he won't. Yeah, maybe he will. I don't know.
Hard to say, but Packer is closing very quickly here, and we're going to be entering the final lap shortly.
Packer picks up another penalty, so...
Doth, late move! Very late move. He just capitalized on T-Money running deep.
Side by side for these two.
Doth is committed here. He's not going to let up, and T-Money just said, no, sir.
We have a yellow flag. I'm not sure who that was. I don't see anyone really falling down the charts at the moment.
It's great racing here through this group of 4 here has been putting on a show for us.
Yeah, I mean, out front, I guess. Well, Fish still has another lap to go, but...
Dylan's almost closed that gap down, but sort of irrelevant with the penalties.
Yeah.
Nothing really there, so we're starting the final lap now. These guys will be making their way onto the final lap shortly. And JXW, T-Money, Doth all very close together still. See which guy can finish ahead on track. We've got Packer pressuring Camden. Not too far behind either. Just a few seconds down the road. So the final lap starts. Doth trying to find a way through on T-Money here. T-Money trying to hang on to JXW to keep that DRS. Doth now closing down the main straight, but not close enough to take a look here.
Yeah.
Can Packer make a move perhaps? No, he cannot. He's not quite close enough either.
Bragging rights, at least.
Yeah, at the very least. Make a nice move. So Doth, I feel like, will take a crack at this down the back straight. I feel like most guys waiting, probably saving their battery for that point and just going to go full deploy.
Yeah, Fuzz not going to really have a chance to catch Mr. Joshua here, barring penalty or so for Joshua. Doth, though, yeah, just flying. We have a yellow flag. Who could it be? It looks like maybe Zyg. Do the horseshoe at the back there. A bit of a moment.
Doth really close to T-Money, and T-Money not quite close enough to JXW here.
He is closing. Let's make a move.
Doth looking for that outside overtake again. Just trying to get a nice wide entry and then look for a switchback, but it's just not there for Doth here. And he's not going to be able to find a way through, so Fish will take the win. Dylan finishes second.
Oh, and Doth!
Oh, very late move. Was that the bollard? Yeah, he's letting him through.
Yeah, he's let him through.
He knows it was a bad move.
His mistake. I think he busted T-Money's wing too, as there was some carbon fiber that flew off. Yeah, T-Money's missing his end plate.
Yeah, so.
And he picks up a penalty.
Oh, my lord. Doth has cost T-Money quite dearly there.
He's going to lose that place to Ryan.
Oh, my.
As a result.
Wow. So Doth did the right thing, letting him through, but the damage may have been done there, because I don't think T-Money picks up that penalty without the damage.
Yeah.
So it's kind of debatable how much impact that had. Anyways, let's go through the order.
Camden, who's run out of fuel.
Oh, no.
Or maybe he spun? but he
So Packer finishes out of the points. Camden out of the points. Doth out of the points. Let's review the
Demoglis
order
sneaks
here.
up into 10th.
Fish is first. Dylan is second. Adri takes third. So that will be our podium tonight. Dylan makes a surprise return. Puts in a hell of a race and gets a second place finish. Go through the rest of the order in a moment. Entertaining race, though. I feel like I'm nearly out of voice after that one.
Yeah, that was
I was considering streaming after this, but
exciting.
I think I'm just going to have to chill because...
very exciting battles. Fish with a wonderful celebration there. A little dance, a little jig.
Yeah.
And that would be his first win here with Zenith Online Racing. So
yeah, puts a 25 points in the bag for the Racing Point team. So Camden gets 0 and Fish gets 25. All right, let's go through the rest of the order. We did the podium. Joshua's 4th. Fuzz takes 5th. Good drive from both those guys. JXW, Ryan, JXW 6th, Ryan 7th, T-Money 8th. Bad luck for T-Money there. Definitely deserved at least P6, I feel. Aerostrike takes 9th. Tamagos 10th. Doth 11th. Camden 12th. Packer 13th. Durnia 14th. GP 15th. Bobby 16th. Axton 17th. Zyg is 18th. And Beck, the only DNF tonight, had a pretty miserable race and parked it.
2 races for Bobby to score that elusive point. No pressure, Bobby.
He was almost there tonight. He was close.
I
think he probably would have got it if he didn't have that mistake.
We have Lucas saying, nice race, great commentating. Thanks, Lucas.
Yeah, thanks, Lucas.
Not sure who that actually is.
Maybe just a random viewer, but if you're... a
friend of someone on the
grid, perhaps. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We got racing 3 nights a week. Thursday night, we got Tier 2. You can see myself and Puff race there. And then Sunday, we got the EU tier. We got some speed demons in that group.
Very fast guys on Sunday.
Yeah. All right, let's get those guys in for an interview. Just go into the menu. No one can hear you now, so talk all the shit you want. Yeah, even humming it could be copyright infringement, so be careful. All right, we got Dylan. Flip flop. Is he down here? And who is third? Adri? Was it Adri?
Adri, yeah.
Okay. Oops, not Mr. Joshua. Adri might have gone to bed because it is the middle of the night.
Very late for him.
Yeah, but we'll see. But it's also late for Dylan in the Netherlands, I suppose. So.
You from the Netherlands?
Well, his flag is Dutch. I don't know. I don't know if he's actually Dutch, but definitely has an accent a bit, so.
I've never pieced that together. Maybe he does live in the Netherlands. He's joined us anyways. We can ask him.
Yep.
We'll see if Adri joins real briefly. Welcome, though, to the top 2 finishers.
I'm not sure Adri will join it. He looks like he just went offline a minute ago is what it said, so.
Alright, well, we'll just get it on with the top 2 finishers here. We'll start with Fish. You won the race. You had a fantastic qualifying in the wet. I feel a pretty boring race for you guys out front. Most of the action was taking place in the midfield, but I don't know. Why don't you talk us through it? Your decision to start on the soft tire, qualifying, and just general thoughts. I do not hear him. Do you?
No.
Are you there, Fish?
Maybe having mic problems. Stand by for
he
difficulty
did
repair.
Mention that actually in the
Yeah.
about how the mic wasn't working, but he can hear.
Aha! I figured it out. Haha.
There he is. All right,
My mic is
perfect.
muted.
Oh, perfect. So, yeah, first, we'll get your take on the race. First drive as a full-time driver in the Racing Point car. Big win. Yeah, just talk us through it, generally, starting with qualifying, I guess, in the
Yeah.
wet.
The quality was pretty good, I'd say. I'd pull basically the entire session. And when I saw Packer was done in like 4th, I felt pretty good about myself. So I was just monitoring on the starting grid what tires the other guys were using. I was just monitoring Packer. I was just going to copy what he did. What he did. I generally was going to go for the softs no matter what because mediums are too big of a risk. And I really don't want to take that risk when if there's a safety car that comes out lap 10, it absolutely screws my strategy. So that's why I started on the softs. Then after turn 1, where Beck and Packer basically nuked it, I mean, it was pretty boring.
Yeah, you were pretty lonely out front there. You built a nice gap off the start, and yeah, from there it was just kind of you had a couple overtakes, obviously after you had pit, just to kind of get back up to the front, but nothing too exciting. I don't know. I don't really have too many questions. It was straightforward for you, just down to business and hell of a qualifying. I mean, I think you had it by half a second nearly. So yeah, congrats to you.
Did well on that.
I don't know. Any other thoughts? Final thoughts on that?
Not really.
I did real good. That's about it.
Yeah, not much else you can say. Yeah, just
Nah,
straight
nailed
to the
it.
point.
Yeah.
Dylan, welcome back. It's been a while. A bit of a rough qualifying for you. I think you were in 11th to start the race and up until 4th by turn 1 after the chaos that took place there. And then a bit of a battle early on between, I think, you and Adri as well as Camden. Why don't you talk us through your race and your perspective there?
Yeah, I totally messed up qualifying. I missed literally, I don't think I had a single decent lap, so that was annoying, invalidated, and almost spun a couple of times in the wet conditions, but that was really unfortunate. And then at the start, I was actually really happy to see that chaos because I needed something to get through the field. And well, that incident with Beck and Packer really helped out. And I was up into 4th, and then yeah, those medium tires weren't too good at the start. They were really slow, and that was very unfortunate. But when I put it on those soft tires, they were incredible, and they were actually so good that it was almost impossible to navigate Sector 1 on a controller because the grip that those soft tires had was something else. But yeah, I picked up time penalties because of that. But it is what it is. I think I had a 10-second time penalty as well for starting the race a little bit early.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll still keep second after that.
I think you do. I think you still had Adri by 14 seconds, so I think you'll
true.
still stay in second. Did you know Haas had a chance to win the constructors? In fact, I believe they did win the constructors thanks to you here tonight.
See, that's just one of those things that I do. That's one of the things I bring to the table.
Yeah. When you show
Consistent
up.
points, finishes, podiums here and there, wins. That's yeah. What can I say?
Well, big congrats to you and Packer. Usually it's Packer in here that we're talking to, so he'll have to, I don't know, buy you a gift or something for locking that down. I think Red Bull had to outscore you by like 15 points or something like that. So, I believe you have that wrapped up. Don't take my word for it, though. I'm really just going off of what Packer told me, so blame Packer if I'm wrong.
Correct. So we have to wait another week. Jeez.
But no, great race. I mean, you always have pace when you're here, so fantastic result and good job to slice through the field after a surprising quality result for you. I'd say usually you're right up near the front, so well done. Real briefly, quick thoughts on Mexico. We'll start with Fish.
Can't hear Fish again.
Oh, Mexico.
Maybe on mute. Yeah.
No.
Good track.
No,
No,
you're good
we
now.
can hear you now. Track you enjoy, one you're looking forward to?
I didn't like it the last time I was there, but that was 3 months ago. I'll have to see. I'm not really sure about it. I've never really liked it though. So.
Oh, and it's not next week actually. We do have like a break for the holidays, says Fuzz. Thanks.
Oh, we have
Admin
another
Fuzz.
break?
Yeah, well, next race is the 21st, and then the one after that's like New Year's Eve. So,
Ooh.
yeah, we're not gonna race on New Year's Eve. That's for sure.
Why not? What the hell?
I don't know.
What the hell is anyone going to be doing this year anyway? Like, if you're going out to party, you're an idiot.
I'm still gonna be wasted.
Yeah, well, true. That's a good
I mean,
point.
I won't be racing on New Year's Eve, but
I mean,
I'll
tier
still
1
be
won't
wasted.
be.
Yeah. Anyways, Dylan, what are your thoughts on Mexico?
I genuinely hate that track, especially the S section. It's just way too wheel OP, as I usually say in Discord as well, where yeah, you really have that advantage when you drive on the wheel. Unfortunately, for me, as I'm on the controller, but
Excuses. I nailed that section on the controller.
you nailed that section on the controller.
Yeah, I do. I'm actually really good at this track, and especially that section. Puff confess.
Without cutting a single corner or going wide anywhere.
Well, sometimes in the race I'll go wide a couple times, but I'm saying, like, in general, like, I'm quick through there. Yeah.
Okay, that is yeah.
I'm very good at S sections. I don't know.
relative. It's relative, though. I mean, like, quick for Biga, no offense, is a lot different than
Well, yeah, no,
quick
of course.
for these two
Yeah.
guys, but
I'm just saying, like, yeah, you're obviously going to destroy. You'd still destroy me pace-wise. I'm just saying, like, it is doable to hit all those.
Yeah, personally, I find it quite difficult to escape without a warning in that middle sector.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I can't stand Mexico myself.
Well, I like the track, all right. So screw you guys.
You're alone on that one. It might be my least favorite on the entire grid. I've never really thought about it. I never like race it for fun. I don't think about it ever. I don't know. It's up there. It's
for me.
Same. It's up there for me as well.
Bottom
really
three.
All right.
Anyway,
enough
probably
crapping
bottom
on
half for me.
enough crapping on Mexico. Maybe that's why I do well, is because everyone hates it so much they never play it or try
No one
it.
practices, so you're on an even playing field.
Yeah, exactly.
You never practice, and then no one's practicing that one. So
I used to practice a lot, but I haven't been able to really much lately. I haven't felt like it, and I haven't been able to either. I've been able to fly around space, though.
We've hijacked the interview from the drivers, but thanks a bunch, guys. Congrats, Fish, on your first win here with Zenith Online Racing. Dylan, congrats on the constructors and another solid result. I have nothing else to say. You want to sign us off here, Biga?
Yep, ready to wrap things up. So that's it for round 19, the USA Grand Prix. Next week, we're in Mexico for Tier 1. The rest of this week, we have the USA Grand Prix Tier 2, 8 p.m. Thursday night, and Sunday night, the EU Tier, 3 p.m. Eastern. I think it's, 8 p.m. UK time. So tune in to those, though they should be broadcast. They pretty much always are. Here, Packer, Camden, two guys who have been in the booth a lot with us lately, didn't make it there tonight, but they should be back to commentate that race Thursday. And you can see Puff and myself race there as well. So tune in. Catch you next time. Have a good night, everybody.